Hello and welcome to Flooring Models Kit Review Time. Today we've got Aoshima's 124 scale MGB. This is a 1974 model, purely because it's got the rubber bumper, which I do believe was something to do with safety laws in the US market, weirdly. So it had to have the rubber bump on the front. They do another version of this one, which is like the early version, which has the metal and chrome version on it, just like that. So as you can see, a British 1960s and through 70s, 80s, and still going strong, if you can find them that hasn't rusted away to nothing, MGB series. As you can see, a little bit round on the box, as we see just down in here and on the end. So your kit number for this one is 102. We've got a few details on the back about the paint call outs, things like that. Okay, so if we just move that over here and we can get that to stand up, will be a miracle. There we go. So in the box, as you can see, some nice clear parts, and we've actually got also the rough top, and we've obviously got some metal bits as well. Then we've got gorgeous main body, the actual chassis itself. Okay, we've got some tyres, and we've got another bag just down in there, and then hopefully just down in here we've got a little mast set, and we've got some decals, and some gorgeous little bit of photo etch as well. So some real nice touches in this kit. As always, we'll start with the instructions as we make our way through. Okay, so it's that standard Aoshima pull-out way of doing all the instructions. So we've got obviously down in here for the decal placements and everything else, so your painting instructions is over there. So straight into the actual underside, we're working on the actual brakes and the wheels, the steering, things like that, all being placed down in here. And obviously we've got the leaf springs underneath and all of those going in there. And then so working on the underside of the chassis, bringing in the exhaust system, the brakes, all the different areas being fitted down in there, and obviously the drivetrain being fitted in. And then we've actually got the wheels, so we've got hubs, and obviously we've got two types of hubs as well. We've got the spoked variety and we've got the normal one in the kit. Okay, so you'll be making your choices on that one. Then it's starting to work on the actual dashboard itself, popping those in, the steering wheel, the dials, obviously the brakes, and then obviously we've got the steering and handbrake, gear stick and handbrake, the seats, door cards, things like that, and obviously we've got decals and the various bits and pieces making up the instrument panel. Then it's over to the other side, so we're working on the actual headlights, those all being fitted down in there like that, and then obviously the number plates, the indicators, all of those areas going down and in, and then the same for the back end as well. So we've got the rear bumper and all the components making that up. Door handles being fitted on as well, they're a separate piece, which is a nice touch. And then we've got the actual body being fitted down onto the chassis, and then obviously the top part going right the way down over it as well. Okay, looks like we've got a option, you can either do it with the roof up or down as well, which is quite a nice touch. Windscreen glass being fitted in there, rear view mirror, windscreen wipers, things like that. And then I presume the reason you've got, does it have three? I don't remember it ever having three. Three windscreen wipers, there we go. And if you want to as well, which is another really nice touch with this, we've actually got the inside the canvas top as well for just the driver. Okay, so to protect the outer one when it's raining and you haven't got the roof up. So again, Aoshima, let's face it, they do some beautifully done cars. Very nice detail right the way through them. So down in here we've got a little goodie bag, which is a nice thing with Aoshima. We do get some nice touches with it. So right down in here we have the lovely little bit of photo etch for the actual emblems for MG down on there as well. So that's a really nice touch. Then we've got some decals. So we've got the actual decals for MGB, or a normal sort of plate, and the various other ones down in here as well for the dials and different countries, different license plates. Okay, another nice touch with this, although I don't think it's die cut. Oh, it is die cut. Okay, I'll take it all back. So nice die cut for all the clear parts as well, inside and out. Doing those ones, which is a nice bit on a little piece there. So just because we've got it out, we can start with this one. So as you can see on the underside, lovely amount of detail for the actual chassis itself. Okay, so it's nice to see down here under the sump we've got all the bolts, all the actual gearbox system, all going down the drivetrain to the back end. Beautifully done, very, very nicely done indeed. And then down on the top side here, because obviously you've got the body going to be going on the top. So speaking of the body, let's have a look. Okay. And here it is, that gorgeous shape right the way through. Again, really very nice, good, solid, good quality. There is a tiny little ghost mark in here which you can probably, hopefully see it running right the way through. And I thought it looked like a sink mark, but feeling it, there's nothing to feel. So it is just that little bit of webbing from the injection molding process. But as you can see, right the way through down in here. And it's interesting, you can see the mold seam line here for the different versions of it. Okay, so again, you can't open the bonnet or boot because there's no details to see in there. So again, it's quite a nice touch for an overall look right the way through. But generally the plastic is very, very nicely done, and for a one-piece multi-part injection system, you can see how it comes out of the mold. I've done an absolutely fantastic job with it curving right around. I've got a tiny little bit of flash just here on the front, but that's getting really very, very picky now. So down in the main bag we have quite an assortment. So down in here we've got the obligatory tyres, which actually have got details written on them, which I'm trying to see what it says. It looks like they are Dunlops, so it's Dunlop tyres right the way through. A couple of polycaps, and we've got the actual backs, I presume these are the number plates on this one as well, in a little bit of metal. Okay, so again, got a centre seam small one, but the tyre tread is absolutely brilliant, very nice. I'm not going to bother to get them out, but you can probably see just there the quality of these tyres. All right, so very nice indeed. Then we've got the bumpers. So obviously these would be normally that hard plastic and rubbery stuff that they sort of brought in as a safety measure. Okay, with those one, and this is that canvas rag top, so you can actually have it so it's just flat right the way over the top instead of the proper roof. Again, very nicely done. Some nice details molded into that, and then where it folds down behind the seat, and with the pop rivets right the way, or the studs right the way around it, nicely molded as well. So that's actually quite a nice touch with that one. Then down in here you can see not a lot, there's no sort of flocking type detail or anything down in this one, so you might want to pop that in yourself, especially if you do the roof down for the actual inside of the body. But you can see on the door cards, very nicely done, no problem with those. The seats, pretty good, I must admit, very nice, how I remember it. And again, the roof down normally folded down at the back. Okay, so top of the dashboard, and probably might be, if I've got it around the right way, you can see the dash as well with the dials and the radio and the various parts. So that's very nice indeed. Looks like it is just the right-hand drive version. Okay, so into some of the smaller parts, as you can see down in here. Again, we've got the fuel tank and obviously all the running gear and the transmission and the brakes, the various parts. Got the exhaust pipe, the steering wheel, a little bit of sink marks perhaps in the actual pedals themselves, but that's basically no one's ever going to see down in there. And we've got the leaf springs down at the back as well, and the transmission coming off of that. So that's actually very, very nicely done. Okay, so wheels, and we've got the headlights down in here as well, and we've got the sort of steel type wheels on this one, just like this. So pretty nice if you want to know the white option. If you want to go for the bling factor, then you do have chromed parts, as you can see. So we've got that gorgeous grille, which is catching the light beautifully right the way through, and then obviously we've got the standard bumpers front and rear as well on these ones, and then we've got the actual spoked chromed wheels and all the other small little chrome parts which really make up the MGB. Okay, so that's absolutely gorgeous on that one right the way through, nicely done, good clean, and even, you know, things that stand out, the detail in this is absolutely gorgeous. As you can probably see the actual line through, you can see how cleanly molded that has been done and chromed up as well. It hasn't bunged up, same with the wheels. So that looks absolutely gorgeous. Last up is the clear parts. So again, windscreen, it's a complex curve, so it'd be interesting to see, and actually you can probably see that's pretty good, can't fault that at all. Very, very nice indeed. We've got the little quarter windows on there, it's done as well, and then down at the back here obviously we've got for the rag top, and then the clear parts into that rag top, which is probably clearer than they'll ever be in real life. So that's actually very, very nice indeed. Okay, and some of the other clear parts obviously for the headlights, the indicators, things like that right the way over it. Again, very, very nicely done. And there you go, it is gorgeous. It's a beautiful little car. At the end of the day, the MGB is all a British icon really with it. Again, don't see many of them around these days, and what you do are very nicely done and preserved and things like that. But it is a gorgeous kit. Really nice that you get the differences. So you can have the roof up, you can obviously have the racing type top, or you can have it with the roof down as well. So a couple of options in the kit right the way through. And nice with the selections of the wheels. Chrome parts are absolutely gorgeously done as well. As always, it is available through the PM store, so if you want to get it from us, you can get it direct as well. So there we go, that's the Aoshima 1/24 scale MGB.